Hey guys, Mr. Two Hats here, back again with Doki Doki. Apologies again for that last video being so rushed through. I'm just trying to get back up to the point where I am, and I'm nearly there. Why does it feel like I'm being watched though? That's the real question. Why are all eyes on me, as the late Tupac would say? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realise that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation with her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. ... I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything, not at all. I wasn't staring whatsoever. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're alright. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologise. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find them more confident in keeping in themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's going on in your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if it's something that happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Yeah? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori, I've just been friends for a long time. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. If I could fuck. For someone that does YouTube, my my word that I'm thinking of that I can't remember is really bad. It's not punctuality, that's being on time. But anyway. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit too much. Dope. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath the plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah. So, you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behaviour today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. ... Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri. You're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. A dope with a smooth moves. Dope with a very smooth moves. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Take some me? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can calm my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh? Yuri's going to make some tea, so I suddenly realised how it sounds to explain this to Monica. How weird it sounds. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh! Oh! Okay. Did he, I'm gonna have to unbutton my cardigan because the temperature in the room just increased. God damn. Or do you want me to tell you that there's something wrong with involved helping club activities? Holy cow! Yuri, Jesus, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off now. Damn, I can feel the burn. Woo! Holy shit. Whoa, my mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Dolp. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in a hallway, she suddenly... Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Oh, that just happened, right? Yuri just come back with fire of the year, 2018. She's coming out with stuff like, god damn. Let me just. Jeez, I need some juice. I'm feeling that hot. Oh, there we go. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her head against her forehead. Her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Dope. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Dolp, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Damn, itchy eyeball. Holy hell, okay. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Dolp, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. I like the name. Oolong. It's good to say. Oolong. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided... Apologies. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Dolp. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Dolp, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realise. No worries. I just have back pain very regularly, so I'll do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my your posture, right? Your posture. We'll go with always hunched over like that while reading with your posture. Yeah, yeah, your posture. It's got to be your posture, right? I have terrible reading posture. Oh God. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. This bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I'll take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups outside. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. My posture's in no way. Sorry. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri is always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. My posture's starting to show. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup over my posture. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her posture. Making sure that I don't accidentally touch her posture. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. So my throat's really itchy today. I use all my willpower to focus on reading, and not on Yuri's posture. After a few minutes, I've finally managed to relax a little. I put a teacup between my legs and fumble with a chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Yeah, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologise. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg, near my posture. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. And then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Oh God. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me. She needs to confirm what just happened. Gulp. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Just a couple of friends sharing chocolates. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I know to take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. ... How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling. Sorry, I noticed her posture rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. Fuck, I said it. Her breath, okay, her breath. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips. Was that her going or was that going was that going or was that her going But it's different this time. I can take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Dope, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. I'll help her put away the tea stuff, definitely. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. And I've now officially caught up to where I was, forgetting how entertaining the last 5 minutes of this episode was. But I still have time left because I managed to catch up so quick. So I will do the poems in this video. And as always, we'll go to Monica first. Hi Dop. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ah. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem and hold it in my hands. And ... This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing styles? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. Is she trying to Cupid us right now? Dolp and Yuri. Is this what's going on? I mean, she must have been watching the chocolate thing for the fucking 10 minutes it happened. I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Sorry, just getting my voice ready. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. But day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others has turned away, a legend is all that remains, the lost, dim, glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand clutches me between thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. God, that really helped my throat. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are all sorts of things that give life meaning. Nobody to get too philosophical. I misread all of that last sentence. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, that's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, I want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. It must be much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. QVC Monica. Anyway, I'm going to take another drink before we go over to Natsuki next. My throat is really struggling today, I'm sorry guys. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me drink for 20 minutes. ... This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. It doesn't blow me away. There's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Yeah? You think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging you around a dead weight. Wow. Wow. Okay. So the burn of the year might actually go to fucking Natsuki, not Yuri. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. Huh? But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. Assured of reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Let's see you free in my windy sail. I remember the reasons you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine, I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you dream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left too long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So I decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realised we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You really can see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being a kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Cool, so Sayori's is going to be exactly the same. I do apologise, I need another drink again. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Yuri. ... Dope. Your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really an example I was chasing after and giving my chocolates to. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got a chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something that you've never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I've really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Doc, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. or people you just know you would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all, Dob. I'm the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now I started sharing with you. I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done it. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Dob. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping it would make their friends. Hoping I would make friends. I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? No. Sorry, 1 second. I need to talk to the music band. Can you please play some happy music? Jesus Christ. It's like someone died in here. God damn. Right. If you put it that way, yeah, we really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. That's better. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Miserable bastards. Beach. Ah, they did. I'm not going to bother with the voice because I can't even read this one. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of earth chastically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expression of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest would to get lost in it. Well, to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet, we still build swined sandcastles. I stand while the foam wraps around my ankles, when my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I stick my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. It's quite nice that, I like that one. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she would want to do something like that. She probably just wanted to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Even though it was... Natsuki said it was your idea, but... Sayori lost. Let's go into the weird world of Sayori. ... It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? What? Hold on. Who now? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Doc. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Hee 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 hee. Alright, Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Huh. That's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna save it here because I've now officially come past the point I was at, which was just after the whole chocolate debacle. And again, if you've liked this video, please remember to leave a like down below. And if you're new and you want to keep up and catch up with Doki Doki Literature Club and my playthrough with it, then click the annotations on the left and subscribe down below. And again, you could share it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and force you to, but that would also be great. And as always, I've been Mr. Two Hats. I'll see you all in the next video. Mr. Two Hats signing out.